Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found.
The drop hammer, 11:29.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Oh, he's got a chance.
Coach is always hard about staying ahead of the chance, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. They'll go right back to him. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Quarterback on the keeper. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Montgomery. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Intercepted for the 11th time this season.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They think there's room to run to the right here. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot.
Sneak gets it done.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much of the defense. QB runs it for 6.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And now this offense will take the field again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And a pickup of 8 opens a whirl of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll leave it with him. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
This is an offense that prides himself on being physical, so you need 1 yard. Just hand it off to your back and let him go to work.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Wants to go up top on first down. He's going to take off. Gets the first himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Lets it fly. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got room on the return. Takes it back to the 26-yard line as they come up with a big interception there.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the defense.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23.
Will take over. First and 10.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looking for a gap. It's Price. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
I love the play call there, and I love the run for a variety of reasons. Obviously, you're trying to settle your quarterback down after throwing 2 picks in the last 2 drives, but also you're able to generate a really nice game for this offense and make second and short so much easier, so much more manageable. It just allows your quarterback, too, to take a breath and exhale.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
Basic run plays. No, I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
They've got it at the 36. It's a first and 10. Wants to throw on first down. On the run, still looking. Shoots his way for more. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. They've got a first down here to open the period.
Let's go.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Release to the back. Got a man. It's Price. Hard-hitting tackle.
And that shows you the confidence this QB has in his target down the field. Running the corner route, he's well covered, but he knows if he puts it up in the air, his guy's going to go climb the ladder and make a play for him. Beautiful job.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Looking to throw for it. Right on the money. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
To the air on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Price. Oh, the Houdini-like moves get it to the 22. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? Wants to keep it in the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught near the sticks. It's Montgomery. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
That's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there. It's now a fresh set of downs.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Wants to go up top. He's got it on the run. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
It's been a nice drive by this offense so far, and now this quarterback is faced with a critical 3rd down in the red zone, trailing by a couple of possessions. If they're able to capitalize here, get this first down, score a touchdown on this drive, this game takes on a completely different feel. So this just feels like a massive moment in this game.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
For first down.
So close to cashing it in for this offense.
Here we go.
Quarterback looks for a little space.
And nice job by this defense. You kind of knew something like this was coming. Great job. You got to get penetration. First thing you have to do is get up under that center. Make it really hard for him to go forward right now. Nice penetration, stopping the quarterback sneak in its tracks.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? On the ground. And they're in for a touchdown. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Dropping back, it's Kitchings. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. On the move at the 30. All out of space. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
And after having a nice gain like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third...
And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. Let's see what they've got on second down. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
No gain on the play. Third down.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Going for the big play. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is, look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Follows that surge up front. He's got 5 out to the 13. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. And now on second down for this offense. Looking to fire. Using the quick game. Finding open areas. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium.
That's a first down for the offense.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the right. Got a wide open receiver. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Who needs a 2-minute offense when you're this explosive? This offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. Got a man. It's Canty.
No gain on the play. Second down coming up.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Back to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
He's got it. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
grab near the marker. It's Montgomery. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
Zings it complete to the right. And
What
he
was
was
that?
able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Bounces into the end zone for a touchdown.
Man, that is
And now it's a
picture-perfect
game
execution
again.
by this offense.
What the heck
That is
guys
how you
doing?
close
Just
a
picking
half.
it up
Chewing up some
today.
time, getting in the end zone, a chance to tie this up and feel really good about yourself going into halftime.
And he added the extra point. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
First and 10.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for a deep man. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
First and 10.
So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. They keep it on the ground to open the third. Defense there to stop him after a gain of...
What's happening?
To the 22.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Lets it go. And it's picked off for the third time today. Trying to take it back. He's at the 20. And he'll take this one all the way to the house. Into the end zone for a touchdown. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he did the pick six.
These guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job of making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Let's go. They'll run it from the gun. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Makes it past the marker. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Solid run on the last play, gives this offense another first down. He'll pull it on the read. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And I think everybody wants to run the option nowadays, but the problem is, can everybody read it? You got to be able to stick the ball in the belly of the running back, and you have to be able to understand, or I'm pitching it to him. Whatever the read is, you can tell he was a little bit confused, a little bit slow, and that's why the defense won this rep.
Working the middle, it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some score. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Lining up to add another. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. Texas Tech is currently trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Patrick Mahomes, and they are right back in this. They're trailing by 10 to Arkansas State. Two fan bases with very different emotions in CUSA as we send it back to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Now this offense is back on the field. Here's the handoff. Good pickup on the ground there. Give him 5 to the 16-yard line.
A lot of times defenses blitz to stop the run. This very play right here, blitz the linebacker, but man, the offense did a great job. Everybody understood what they saw. Running back understood. Pick up a nice positive gain when they were trying to get a blitz and maybe create a tackle for a loss.
He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
He'll do it himself on the draw. Find some fresh air. There he goes. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. It's complete on the right side. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down. Brings us to 4th.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. He's got great speed. He just about took that one all the way to the house. They finally get him down after a tremendous return. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Give to the running back. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. He got it on 1st, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd. Now he set him up in 3rd and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches, David.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
Absolute shank. Missed it. Missed the field goal, but still up by 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit.
Will take over. First and 10.
Catch it.
This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Wants to throw. It's Kitchings. They're setting up the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
On the screen.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Catch in the middle, it's Banks. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. They bring the punter onto the field now.
Number 17 in punt formation to kick it away.
He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. Grabbed behind the line. It's Montgomery. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. They'll go to the ground. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
QB draw. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. running game on first down, now back at it. Going to the ground. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. They just keep throwing him the ball, this time on the slant.
No doubt. And you've seen it with the slant. You've seen other routes. Every route he's running, he's good. He seems to be open. So I'm going to continue to pick at this matchup every chance I get.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
To the ground with the back. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards. And they capped things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He gets a block. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get it. It's a touchdown.
GG's, man.
I'll tell you, you're lucky if you're watching a college football game and you see one return for a touchdown. That's now his 2nd of the game. This guy is absolutely lethal. He's shown you his open field running ability. He's shown you his speed. I'll be shocked if anybody kicks his way the rest of this game and the rest of the season.
Shout out to Drop Hammer 1129. Have a good night. Thank you for watching. Always remember, man. Love is for suckers.